Hello, I'm Nicole, the artist behind Art by Nicole, and today I'm going to show you how to use this thing to draw accurate proportions. So let's go. This is called a proportional divider. By adjusting where this cross point is, it will give you a different proportion. Now they aren't marked, so I don't know exactly what the ratios are from one to another. Where I had them before, I know was a 1-to-1. So directly in the middle, 1-to-1. This side, you can take your measurements on this side and make them smaller with this side, or you can take small measurements and make them larger when you transfer it to your paper. The first thing we need is a reference image. And I have this big kitty here. We're going to need to prep our reference photo. And the first thing I want to do is find the exact center. So to do that, we're going to go corner to corner. And I like to use, we'll see if this shows up, my Prismacolor Kohl Erase in blue. So we've got corner to corner. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can see it pretty well on my paper. And then corner. Oops, it moved on me. Corner to corner. So this is the exact center of our image. The next thing you want to do is find the center of the sides. Okay. Now my ruler has a center line, which if you don't have it marked, it's 6. So you want to line it up so you have exactly the same measurements on either side. And we're going to find our center, line it up. There we go. Now we want to do the same for the width. Okay, let me see if I can bring this closer so you can see it. So here's our center point. We have this line here, this line here, a cross line here, and we're going this way here. As long as you can see it on your image, you'll be fine. So next, we need our sketchbook or paper or whatever you plan to draw this on. Today I am using a toned tan sketchbook in a portrait format because our photo is in portrait format. And I'm using the toned tan because the majority of our animal is a tannish color. I just thought it would be a little different, a little fun. So Let's move this over here. The first thing we need to do is to grab our pencil. See if we have our proportion divider in the right space. My paper is smaller than my reference image. If your paper is larger than your reference image, then you would want to take your measurements this way. But since I'm trying to go smaller, I'm going to take my measurements with this side, transfer them with the small side. So let's see if this fits. I'm going corner to corner. Okay, that's a little smaller than I would like. So let's adjust this. We're going to go closer to the center, 1. Okay. Let's take that measurement again. So we go corner, corner, and that's a little better. So what I'm going to do is come this way, and I'm going to mark, and then I'm going to take my ruler and draw my line. Okay. And then we need the width. So corner to corner. And then we're going to go this way. And then what I like to do is take I like to take a little 90-degree tool. And line it up. There we go. Now, if you're just doing like a 1-to-1, the easiest way to find your proportions, instead of drawing out the square and worrying about if you've got your angles right, just trim your paper, lay it on your sheet, and mark the corners, and then draw them that way. And they should be pretty accurate. Oh, and I moved it. All right, and there we have it, our outer proportions. Now we need to find the middle, so we will corner to corner again. And to make things easier on myself, I'm going to take this measurement with the proportion tool. So right there And right there. And that perfectly crosses the center. Okay, I'll do that again. We'll take this measurement from this corner to here. And you only need to measure it once. I'm just being a little extra careful because I'm on camera. There we go. Okay. So we have our grid. You can call it a grid, you can call it a map, whatever you want to call it. And now, how you go about this is up to you. You can just pick a point. Let's say I want the bottom of the chin here. So you're going to start from the center. And then, well, let's say the bottom of the upper lip. Okay. And then I'm going to make that mark. Now on this diagonal, I want the upper lip again. And then we make that mark. And then we'll come out here to just the bottom of the nose and that other cheek. And there's our mark. Now we don't know, we kind of know that the edge of that lip is here. So you can drop a line and then take that measurement. Make sure you're measuring with the correct side. And now from this line that we drew, we're going to go to the bottom of the nose, top of that lip. Oops, I think I moved it just a smidge. Okay. And then always measure from a line. You don't really want to measure like this. It just gets you in the habit of just measuring from the line. But you do what you want. I prefer to measure from the line. I feel like it gives me more accurate measurements. Okay. So that's his cheek there, or upper lip. And then we connect the dots. Now, when you're sketching, it's better to use straight lines than curved lines because your eyes are going to make that curve. You can then refine it once you get your base sketch down. So let's find that bottom of that chin. And again, to find this outer line, I'm going to drop a line that also happens to line up with the middle of its nose. And now we don't need these points anymore, so I'm going to erase them so I don't confuse myself. And then we're going to go from the middle of that nose to the corner of the lips. It feels a little off. Let's see. Well, we'll see what we get. I think I'm a little off on that line. Looks a little better. And then this kind of comes over and then up. And we've got the middle of the nose here. So let's go ahead and do that nose. From the center to the edge of the nose. And then we've got the beginning of the nostril. The end of that nostril. And this is kind of a straightish line, so we're going to go drop a line. Measure the line. nostril opening on the second side. And we know that that comes over at an angle to the spot we've already found. So we'll go ahead and drop that. Then it comes over and then up. And this kind of disappears. And then we've got this guy at an angle. That kind of disappears into the darkness of the nostril and the black fur. But I can kind of see the line like there. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. Okay. And then between here and here, we have this cheek. And it's about a little over halfway. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. And bottom of the nose. The next line for the nose I see is up here in the bridge. So we're going to take that measurement. And the nose goes this way and then up. And that eyebrow. Now we have from here, which would be about here, and then that goes in that way, and then there's this triangle shape. You don't have to take a measurement for everything. You're basically wanting to find the land markers that helps you to find the big shapes. And we'll put the eye about there. And we'll find the top of the head. There we go. And then we'll find the other end of the head. And then we'll find where the head goes off the paper. Let's go ahead and put in this ear. So, looks like it starts about here and ends right at the mark right here. Let's check the height because that crosses the line. Oops. Oh, and I'm doing exactly what I suggested you shouldn't do. Measure from the middle. So that way. And then this kind of goes that way. And the other ear is about halfway between these 2 points. So we'll do that. We'll take this measurement. And then connect the dots. Let's go ahead and drop in the other eye. So first measurement, we'll go to the black fur right there. Second measurement, we'll go to the eyeball. 2 hands work better. Wait, did I not do that first one right? There we go. It's a tiny distance. Then we'll go to the top of the eyelid. And we will measure this tear duct fur area. I don't know. Do cats have tear ducts? I think they do because my kitties get little crusties, so they must. Okay, now I've got some points to work with. So the eye, not quite half. Comes out about there. This does come about half. Kind of at an angle. It just looks a little funny because there's no shading. Remember, we're just trying to get a basic outline, showing you how to use the proportional tool to get a sketch. Okay. What next? So we do have this fur coming down from this part of the chin. And then the rest of the neck. Now I'm kind of seeing right here the bottom of the jaw. So I'm going to take that measurement. And then about halfway between here, we have this, his ruff. Kind of fur goes like in that direction and then up. So then here, this dark fur kind of carries along. Let's get the dark pattern of the cheek. So now that you have a pretty good idea of how to use the proportion tool to get accurate proportions, I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and map in some other areas, and then I will come back and show you the progress. Okay, I have finished blocking in all of the shapes. Not too bad. So next steps. For next week's video, we're going to prepare the sketch for pen pastel and colored pencil. I'm trying to improve my fur drawing skills because it is a little bit different than drawing hair, in my opinion anyway. So come back next week for that, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you then. Bye.